welcome to the talkSPORT Cup, where fans from across the country battle it out in a test of football trivia. We started with a pair of fans from each of the top 64 clubs in the country, but only 2 teams will make it all the way to the final for a chance to play for £1,000 and this trophy. Look at that. What a trophy. I'm Charlie Baker, and over there is the talkSPORT Cup fact machine. It's Angelina Kelly. Yes, she is. Hello, Angelina. Today's tie is a first-round tie between Tottenham Hotspur and Birmingham City. Let's meet the teams. Representing Spurs, we have Emilio and Carlos. Hello, lads.
How you doing? You all right?
I've seen you in the Holston shirt. What year shirt is that you've got on?
I believe 2001. I think it's the first shirt I ever got going to what I named my dad at 7 years old.
Really? So, it must be big on you, that one. 10, how did you buy it? Millets?
I've bought a new one since.
Oh, it's a new one since?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. And did you win the first game you went to?
Do you know, I can't actually remember. I think the first game I remember was us versus Seville in the quarter-final of the UEFA Cup. Oh, yeah. 2-0 down at half-time. We needed 4 goals in the second half, but still one of the best atmospheres I've experienced.
Did you get the 4 goals?
We got 2. So I finished 2-2 and we went out. But
how Spursy? Nearly, not quite enough. There we are.
Wow.
To come out.
Wow.
Carlos, what about you? Who's your favourite Spurs player of all time?
Oh, of all time, I'm going to say it's quite boring, but it's got to be Gareth Bale for me. Like,
Gareth Bale, yeah.
It's just insane, some of the goals he scored. And,
Did you see him live?
Yeah, a couple of times, Don't think he scored any of his screamers live, unfortunately, but it's still great to see a player of that calibre live.
Did you used to pretend to be Gareth Bale in the playground?
I have not got a left peg, so no, I couldn't, unfortunately, no.
No left peg?
No.
Unbelievable. There we are. Problems down the left-hand side, like Spurs. There we are. And representing Birmingham City, we have Tommy and Sam. Hello, Tommy and Sam.
Hello.
Thanks for coming, Tom. Are you a Tom or a Tommy?
I'm a Tommy.
You're a Tommy, of course you are. What makes the difference?
Well, one's Tom and one's Tommy, isn't it?
Exactly, just cooler, Big Birmingham City fan.
Indeed, yeah.
Years and years of not massive success, but that one big cup win.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, both of us were there on the day. One of the best moments of our lives, really. I mean, like, how old were we?
Yeah, it's like 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it's against their arch rivals as well. So
yeah,
they thanked us for that beforehand.
And Tommy, that'll get you hooked for life, won't it?
Oh, absolutely.
If you're 9, 10 years old going to a big cup win like that.
Yeah, we haven't won anything like that since before. It was like the one and only major trophy.
That might be it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That might be it forever when you were 10 years old. What a nightmare.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. And Sam, who's your favourite Birmingham City player? Jeff Horsfield.
Well, I mean, if you're talking past or present, I mean, present's got to be Jay Stansfield, isn't it?
Okay.
The man that
if he's still there by the time... No, of course. Jay Stansfield, what a signing. Exeter City, of course. He's from my neck of the woods.
Yes.
His dad used to play for Exeter City. He's knocking in the goals for you now. But all time?
All time, I'd actually go with Seb Larsson. He's one of those players that kind of resurfaced with, the Barclaysman trend.
Yes,
and I think that Seb Larsson personifies that in terms of the Premier League years for Birmingham, and some of those free kicks that he scored are fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, 2 great old football teams. Lovely to have you here. You any good at quizzes, lads?
Nope. Give it a best go.
OK, it bodes well. But we're not here for fun. We're here for football. Let's get on with the quiz. Now, the first round is the home advantage round. Each team will get 3 home questions about the club they support and 3 away questions, which could be about anything. It's 1 point for a correct answer. They're allowed to confer, but if they get the answer wrong, it goes over and can be stolen by the other team. Birmingham City. Sam, Tommy, your first home question. From which club did Birmingham buy Jay Stansfield in August 24?
It's from Fulham.
Fulham, yeah.
It was Fulham. Yeah. It was Fulham. Spurs, your first home question. From which club did Spurs buy Rodrigo Bentancur?
Juventus.
It was Juventus. Well done. A strong start, lads. Angelina.
And of course, that was back in 2022, and it was a joint signing with Dejan Kulusevski.
There we are. Pretty good. Pretty good signings, I would say. Pretty successful. OK. Birmingham, this is your first away question. Which League One club wears tangerine shirts?
Got to be Blackpool, isn't it?
Yeah, Blackpool.
It is Blackpool. Well done. Spurs, your first away question. Which club's nickname is the Cobblers? Clock's ticking. Going to push you for an answer.
Coventry.
It is not Coventry. Goes over.
It's going to be Northampton.
Northampton.
It is Northampton Town.
It's that League One knowledge.
It is League. Birmingham City, this is your second home question. Against which team did Jude Bellingham score his first Birmingham goal?
Stoke, that was.
Not Charlton. Was it?
No, Stoke, definitely. Stoke City?
Stoke City, it was Stoke City, a strong start. Angelina.
And that was back in August 2019.
OK, Spurs, your second home question. Who took over from Bill Nicholson as Spurs manager in 1974? I mean, looking at you, I'm not sure it's quite in your age group, but...
No. I'm going to kick myself because I know the answer, but his name's not coming to my head.
Push you for an answer?
Mate, I'm going to get this wrong. I was going to say Terry Venables, but it's definitely not. It's way later down the line.
Give me a name.
I'll pass.
You passed, so we go over to Birmingham City. Any ideas, lads?
I couldn't even say.
I think we're going to have to pass on this one.
It was a tough question. The answer was Terry Neal. Yeah. Birmingham City, this is your second away question. Which Italian has made the most appearances in the Premier League?
Italian in the Premier League.
That's a tough one, though. Is that Zola or someone?
Any ideas?
Yeah, it's a...
Give it a puns.
Yeah, we'll say Gianfranco Zola.
It is Gianfranco Zola. Strong start for
Former manager of our
City.
club.
Yeah. Angelina.
And for no extra points, how many goals did he score? Anyone?
Anybody?
Wow.
Anybody want to guess?
229.
Wow, what a player. Little magician.
Shame about the managerial roles.
Yeah.
Spurs, your second away question. Which non-British player has the most Premier League goals?
Non-British.
British player.
Going to say, you got anything? I'm going to go Aguero.
Premier League.
Or Premier League.
Push you for an answer?
Aguero, Omri. You're going to go Omri? Thierry Omri?
Thierry Henry.
Let's go over to Birmingham City.
Ooh, we were thinking it was Henry too, but clearly not. Who should we say? Yeah, we'll go Aguero.
It's Aguero!
There
You
you
have
go.
to say it. Can you say it in the way that...
Well, Tommy gave the answer, so I'll hand it over to him.
Aguero! There we are, indeed. You said it. You said it, lads. What a shame.
No, I'm joking.
Unbelievable. Ange, what have you got for
Of
us?
course, he scored 184 goals.
Birmingham City, this is your third and final home question. Who was the last Birmingham manager to last more than 12 months? Says a lot about your
Last
team,
Birmingham.
doesn't it?
It's got to be Eustace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Must be, sure.
Yeah. John
Eustace?
Eustace.
It is John Eustace. Angelina.
And that was from July 2022 to October 2023, before Wayne Rooney took over, and we all know what happened there.
Just ask Plymouth Argyle fans. Spurs, your third home question, final home question. Who did Tottenham beat for their biggest ever Premier League win?
Wigan.
It was Wigan. Angelina.
And that score was 9-1 in November 2009.
Okay, we go back away. These are your final away questions. Birmingham City. Which Scottish club plays at Dens Park? Dens Park. Any ideas?
Dundee.
I don't know which one it could be, though. Pick one.
Dundee.
It is Dundee.
Wow,
Very
boy.
good indeed. Pulled it out there. Spurs, your final... Stop shaking your head and listen to the questions. Spurs, your final away question. Which Scottish club plays at McDermott Park?
St Johnstone.
It is St Johnstone. Fantastic. Absolutely excellent. Okay, that's the end of round one. Angelina, what are the scores?
Spurs have 3 points, but Birmingham are ahead with 8.
Not a great start, Spurs. You got some right, but you're up against a pretty strong team, I think.
Yeah, well done,
That's
lads.
fair play to you. That's it, you smashed
Really good indeed.
Yeah.
And what's your greatest moment as a Spurs fan, Emilio?
Probably the 2008 League Cup final. Yeah, winning that. Jonathan Woodgate face palm into the back of the net. Loved it.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, and Birmingham City, what's your other than that, of course, the League Cup win, of course. Yeah. What's your lowest point of the last
Where to
20
start?
years?
Yeah.
There's a few.
There's quite a few. I'd say relegation, suffering that. I mean, on the Premier League final day against Tottenham Hotspur, actually,
got
we
with
got
that,
relegated. And that is kind of the memory that's haunted me throughout my life in terms of watching that as a child and then not being able to get back to the Premier League since.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can bounce back.
Payback today, boys.
Could be revenge today, exactly. Could be revenge today. Round 2 is the Bravado round. Each question in this round is worth 3 points, and I'll ask the contestants a question. They will bid for how many correct answers they think they can give me. Whoever believes they can give me the most will have 90 seconds to name them. But crucially, if they fail to reach their number or give an incorrect answer, the opposition can steal the points by simply naming one correct answer. Okay, here's the first question in the Bravado round. England's men's team have had 16 full-time managers in their history, with the first one being appointed in 1946. How many of them do you think that you can name? I need first and last name. You can now have 20 seconds to chat with your partner before we start the bidding. England men's team managers. 16, but how many can you name? Okay, time's up. Spurs will come to you first. How many England men's team managers do you think you can name?
I've got 8.
You're going to say 8 of the 16, 50%. Birmingham City?
We'll go one more. We'll say 9.
We'll say
You
9.
can do 9. Spurs, do you think you can do more than 9?
I don't reckon we can. I reckon play it safe.
Or do you want to make
and hope.
Birmingham City name?
I think I will stick with 8.
Stick with
Yeah,
8.
stick
Okay,
with-
they're going to make you name 9 England men's team managers. Off we go.
Gareth Southgate,
1. Gareth Southgate.
Roy Hodgson,
2. Roy Hodgson.
Sven-Goran Eriksson,
3. Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Steve McLaren,
4. Steve McLaren.
Glenn Hoddle,
5. Glenn Hoddle.
Howard Wilkinson, does that count?
6. Howard Wilkinson.
Fabio Capello.
7. Fabio Capello.
Alf Ramsey,
8. Alf Ramsey.
Walter Winterbottom,
9. Walter Winterbottom. They're your 9 answers. Let's find out how many you got right.
8.
You got 8. 8 of the 9 required. So you need to name one England manager that they haven't said, and you will steal the
Yeah,
points.
Terry Venables.
Terry Venables. Is he on the list, Angelina?
It is.
It is on the list. You steal the points. Well done, Spurs.
Some of the names that you missed: Bobby Robson, Don Revie. We have Graham Taylor, Kevin Keegan, Ron Greenwood, Sam Allardyce,
Sam Allardyce.
and of course the current manager, Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel, you could have said that. The one you got wrong was Howard Wilkinson because he was in
Interim.
temporary
Yeah,
charge.
yeah.
There we are. But a good list. Other than that, congratulations, Spurs. OK, let's move on to Bravado question number 2. There are 17 clubs who have won the FA Cup since 1970. 17 clubs. How many of them can you name? We don't need the year, just the name of the club. If a club has won it more than once, that just counts as one answer. You now have those 20 seconds again to have a chat with your partner. How many of the 17 clubs who've won the FA Cup since 1970 can you name?
probably, yeah.
Themselves on the list here. They can do it. Okay, a couple of seconds. That's 20 seconds. Birmingham City, seeing as you went second last time, we'll start with you. How many of the 17 clubs do you think you can name?
We'll go same number as last time, 9.
9. You think you can name 9 FA Cup winners? Spurs?
10.
Go for 10.
You can name 10 FA Cup winners? Birmingham, do you think you can name
Yeah,
11?
we'll go 11.
You want to go at 11, pushing up the ante? Here we go. Spurs, do you think you can name 11?
They start with 9. I reckon leave them at 11. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Hopefully,
You think leave them hanging on 11 like last time, try and steal the points?
Yeah.
OK, 11 FA Cup winners from 1970. You have 90 seconds to name them. Once you give me an answer, wait for me to repeat it. It'll be locked in. Please name 11 FA Cup winners.
Manchester United.
Manchester United, 1.
Manchester City.
Manchester City, 2.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, 3.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, 4.
Wigan.
Wigan, 5.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, 6.
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth,
Yes.
7.
2 more.
FA Cup winners. Tottenham.
Tottenham, 8. You need 3 more, because you said.
3 more, of course. West Brom.
West Brom, 9.
Everton.
Everton, 10.
Liverpool.
Liverpool, 11. Okay, let's find out how many you got right. 9.
Again.
Well, you do have a chance to steal it, Spurs, if you can name one team that's won the FA Cup since 1970, not on their list.
I'm going to say Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest, Angelina?
Nottingham Forest is not.
It's not on there. You have not stolen the points.
It was Villa and West Brom.
Of course. They were
Our
wrong.
Midlands teams.
Villa let you down as always.
Some of the teams that you could have gone for: Coventry City, Ipswich Town, Leeds, Leicester City, Southampton, Sunderland, West Ham,
West Ham.
Wimbledon.
And Wimbledon, you forgot Wimbledon. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There we are. It was a great fun round. Angelina, what are the scores?
The scores are 6 to Spurs and 8 to Birmingham.
6 to Spurs, 8 to Birmingham. It's nice and tight. How are you feeling, lads?
Yeah, it's a competitive game, isn't it?
What's Birmingham's history of holding a lead? Any good? Because we all know what Spurs do.
Great.
Better recently. That's what I'd say. Much better recently.
Historically, not great.
Great. Okay, there we are. Let's move on. It's round 3, and it's the Guess Who round. In this round, I will list the teams that a certain player has played for. I'll also say if he's played more than 100 times for any of those clubs. If the contestants think they know the player I'm talking about, they can buzz in and have a guess. But if they get it wrong, they'll be locked out, and the other team can hear a full list of all the clubs before giving an answer. 2 points per correct answer in this round. Let's go. Here is your first footballer. In 1997, this player signed his first professional contract with Metz. In 1999, he went on loan to Newcastle United. In 2000, he signed for Fulham and made over 100 appearances. In 2004, he signed for Manchester United. In 2008, he's... Yes, Spurs.
Edwin van der Sar?
It's not Edwin van der Sar. You are locked out. In 2012, he signed for Tottenham Hotspur. In 2012, he signed for Sunderland. And in 2013, he signed for Lazio. Would you like a guess?
I know.
So it's Metz, Fulham,
I know it.
Man United to Tottenham.
Push you for an answer. Tommy, any ideas? No?
Couldn't tell you.
Tottenham to Sunderland.
Clock's ticking. No?
Nah, don't know.
Have a name?
Edgar Davids.
It's not Edgar Davids, it's Louis Saha. We move on to our second player. In 2003, he signed his first professional contract with West Ham United and played over 100 times for the club. In 2008, he signed for Sunderland. In 2011, he signed for Queen's Park Rangers. In 2013, he went on loan to Bursaspor. In 2013, he signed for Antalyaspor. In 2014, he signed for Police United in Thailand. Then in the same year, he signed for Reading. In 2016, he signed for Southend United. And in 2018, he signed for St Mirren, an eclectic group of clubs. But who was the player? Any ideas? Somebody say a name of a team. You don't lose any name of a player. You don't lose any points. Any ideas?
Anton Ferdinand?
It is Anton Ferdinand. Let's move on to our third player. In 1993, he signed his first professional contract with Crewe Alexandra and made over 100 appearances for the club. In 1997, he signed for Liverpool, made over 100 appearances. In 1999, he went back on loan to Crewe, and in 2004, signed for Charlton Athletic. In 2006, yes.
Is it Danny Murphy?
It is Danny Murphy. Congratulations. We move on. Our next player. In 1996, he signed for Blackburn Rovers, made over 100 appearances for the club. In 2003, he signed for Chelsea. In 2006, he signed for Newcastle United. Yes.
Damien Duff.
It is Damien Duff. Next player. In 1996, he signed his first professional contract with Luton Town. In 1997, signed for Arsenal. In 2000, he went on loan to Nottingham Forest. In 2001, he went on loan to Crystal Palace. In 2002, he went on loan to Reading. 2003, he signed for Birmingham City. In 2007, he signed for West Ham. In 2011, he signed for Stoke. Yep. Anybody?
Matthew Upson.
It is Matthew Upson. And that's the end of the round. Angelina, what are the scores, please?
Spurs have tried to claw their way back. They have 8, but Birmingham City are storming ahead with 14 points.
14 points. And that brings us to the final round. You can make up all your points back in this round. The fourth and final round is the stoppage time round. There'll be 90 seconds on the clock and ask you quick fire questions. If you think you know the answer, just buzz in. 2 points for a correct answer, but if you get it wrong, you lose a point. Are we ready? Spurs, you think you've got a big comeback in you?
Yeah, always,
I think you have. I think Birmingham,
I
I think they can throw it away from here. Don't worry about
It's what we're good at.
Remember to press your buzzer nice and hard. Are you ready? 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Which club used to play at the baseball ground? Go. Yes.
Derby County.
It was Derby County. Whose nickname is the Trotters? Anybody? The Trotters?
Bolton.
It is Bolton Wanderers. Which Scottish club's nickname is the Blue Brazil? The Blue Brazil. Yes, Spurs.
Lose a point.
You've lost a point. There we are.
Rangers? No.
It is not Rangers. What is it? It is Cowden Beef. What is the name of the biggest stadium in Rio de Janeiro? Rio de Janeiro? Anybody? Anybody? No, it's the Maracanã. Which Argentinian has the most Premier League appearances? Argentinian, yes, Spurs?
Aguero?
Nope, it's Pablo Zabaleta. Which club did Celtic beat to win the European Cup in 1967? Great Celtic team. Yes.
Inter Milan.
It is Inter Milan, Birmingham City. Which current Premier League club has a badge featuring a horse? Birmingham City.
Ipswich Town.
It is Ipswich Town. How many times have PSG won League 1? Anybody want to guess? Not worth it, Birmingham. Spurs, you need the points.
We need...
Go
13.
on. No, it's 12. Who is the only player to score 4 goals in a European Cup final? 4 goals in a European Cup final. Great player? No. It is Ferenc Puskás, hence the Puskás Award. 10. Which German player scored the decisive penalty in 1996 Euro semi against England? That is time up. It was Andreas Müller. That is the end of the quiz. Angelina, what are the scores?
The final score is 5 points to Spurs and 22 points to Birmingham. They are the winners.
Congratulations, Birmingham. Very, very good indeed. You must be very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
You're through to the next round, going after that talkSPORT Cup. Spurs, an absolute disaster. So Spursy, it hurts.
It's just who we are, mate.
It's just who you are, mate.
We lost our way.
You did lose your way. You played your own game. But Spurs, you don't go home empty-handed for once. You will be going home with the talkSPORT trivia game. There we are. Who'd like to hold it?
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
mate.
You'll have to
Thank
share the questions out amongst your family. There we are. So that's it for another episode of the talkSPORT Cup. We will see Birmingham City in the second round, and we'll see you next time.